Oh my God, guys, why have I not done this before now? Literally, this came to my mind recently and I was like, why have I not done this for you guys yet? Why have I not done it? But don't worry, I've now done it. So here we are. Guys, this week I'm going to take you through all the decor items and the props that you need to consider when planning your wedding. And because I love you, I've created a checklist. Yes, I've created a checklist. I've linked it in the description box below for you. It's totally free. Take it. Enjoy. Let's dive in. Hello, lovely couples, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Lauren, wedding planner and owner of Bluebird Creative. I provide a weekly dose of wedding planning goodness for the modern couple. So if you haven't already, guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to hit the bell, and then you'll be notified every week when a new video lands. Also, please come and join me over on Instagram at Bluebird_creative, where I do loads of reels of my real weddings, lots of behind the scenes, and I'm on stories doing the real, the raw, and the random. And I also joined TikTok recently, which I won't lie, guys, I'm loving. I'm freaking loving it. Come and join me over there too. It's super fun. Okay, guys, let's dive into this week's video. Let's give you the props and the decor that you need for your wedding, or at least need to consider. Don't forget the checklist is linked below. Let's go. Okay, guys, let's start with the ceremony. The decor items that you want to consider for your wedding ceremony are orders of service. Now, just a reminder, guys, these aren't things that you have to have. These are things that you want to consider. I have created the list for you so that you don't forget anything. But obviously, my motto, that's motto and moral combined, is you do you. So take it, run with it, leave it, dump it. I don't mind, but I'm here to give you all the deets and then you run with what you want. So back to it. Orders of service, if you want them. Confetti, if you want it. And flowers. Now that might be pew ends, that might be an urn at the top of the aisle, that might be meadows, that might be absolutely nothing. You might not want any of the three things that I have suggested there. Those are the basics, guys. You might also want candles and lanterns running down the aisle as well, but that is the basics for what you need to consider for your wedding ceremony. You can go so elaborate with the flowers, it can be insane. If you are having an outdoor ceremony at a dry hire venue and it's not a church or anything like that, you're also going to need to consider chairs, seat covers, that kind of vibe. You might also want to consider reserved seat signs. In fact, I would 100% consider reserved seat signs. I recommend this to all my clients. You will want to reserve the first 1 or 2 rows, and it is so much easier when you have reserved seat signs down, because sometimes the ushers, they're just not fully on it and they don't know who the people are. So I've actually even gone for recommending my couples actually reserve the seats, which I know sounds a little bit much, and my couples are usually really chill and really relaxed, but it does just make the whole process so much easier. And a lot of our couples have done like little gift tags and we've just tied them to the chairs and they look super cute. So there you go, take it, leave it, totally up to you. Right, moving on to the drinks reception area and basically the wedding reception in general. These are the decor items and props that you want to be considering for your wedding day. Let's do this. Candles, candlestick holders, tea light holders, tea lights, okay? You can get an absolute wild variety of them. Your florist might stock them. You might need to hire them in. You might want to buy them. If you have myself as your coordinator, we now have our own special curated hire collection for our couples on their wedding days, which is super exciting. I've had too many coffees today. Right, carrying on with the list. Other areas of your reception that you need to style / just need to consider / just items that are on the decor list, okay? Napkins. Again, you can hire these from your caterer. You can source them in elsewhere. You can buy them. You can frickin' make them if you want to, but napkins are on that list. Charger plates or placemats. You don't have to have either, but they're on the list. They look pretty. They look beautiful, depending on what you choose. Then we also have, I'm not including cutlery and plates because that's usually a given. Then we have the stationery on the table. So we've got place names, we've got table names, and we've got menus. You don't have to have any of them. I highly recommend place names. you can have all of them. It's totally up to you. When it comes to the table names, you're also going to want to consider how those are going to stand. So are you going to have mini easels that they stand on? Are you going to have them in frames? Are they going to be on something interesting? You need to hire that in. So have a think about how you want to do that. You've obviously then got flowers. That's a massive part of your day. You will be going through a florist likely. If you're not, that's absolutely fine. You're going to then need to consider hiring in your vases, add that to your decor list. Even if you're going through the florist, have that on your decor list because you want to discuss what type of vases are they going to be in? How does this fit my theme and so on? So that's on the list. Make sure you have that discussion. I'm adding ribbon onto the checklist because it might be something that you want to consider, whether you're tying it around your cutlery, around your napkins, whether you're having it on your place names, whether you're not having it at all, whether you want to put it somewhere. We're adding that on the list. You also want to consider vases around the room. So if you're repurposing your bouquets, you're going to want to put them in vases. You might also just want to have additional vases around the space. Perhaps you want to have cylindrical, I think that's a word, vases where you can actually do floating candles in. Something else to consider that combines the vases and the candles. Yes, it does. We also have favours. They can definitely be part of your design and your decor. I know that they're a gift. Not many people do it anymore, but again, adding it onto your checklist, something to consider, because if you're styling your tablescape, they do become part of the design and part of the layout. You want to make sure that it looks right. Then we've got like signage throughout the day. So you want to be considering if you need a cake sign, if you need a guest book sign, if you need a sign for your card box or whatever you're doing for that. You might want a cocktail sign and so on. You might want a dessert sign for all the different desserts that you're having. So think about your signage, and then again, going back to frames, how is that signage standing up or being displayed? Frames, mini easels, and so on. On the topic of signage, you might also want a table plan. I mean, I highly recommend a table plan. You might also want a welcome sign. You might want an order of the day and so on. So signage, there's a couple of different options for signage that you can have. I have done a video on signage, so I'll link that up here for you so you can get all the deets on that. And again, how are you displaying the signage? My favourite thing to do, guys, is create signage displays. Are you just borrowing the venue's easel? Is the design more important to you and you want to fit it into the rest of the theming? So therefore, do you need to get a frame? I don't mean a photo frame. I mean, photo frame could work, but maybe a metal frame that it hangs from and so on. So how are you displaying it? You're going to need to hire that in. Are you having a neon sign? If so, great. You're going to need to hire that in. You might want to have a big hooped moongate thing that you hire, that you hang the neon sign from, or you do foliage from, and maybe that is going to be where you get married and then you move it behind where you're sitting at the wedding breakfast. So again, where are you going to get it from? We're adding that to the decor list. There's so many things on this list, guys, but that essentially are the main things that you need to be considering. You might also want to do, for example, if you're doing flip-flops in the evening, you might want crates to put the flip-flops in. If you're providing, I don't know, some sweets, you might want to provide all the jars for the sweets and so on. There's so many areas where you can add decor and props, but I've given you the main ones in today's video, but we break it down a lot more in the decor checklist. So make sure you check that out and download it for absolutely free, guys. I just want to make sure that you're having a good experience with your planning. So please take it. Let me know what are the key styling and decor elements for you guys. Let me know in the comments box below. I would absolutely love to know. Hope you found this video helpful, guys, and I will see you next week for some more wedding planning goodness.